What's eating food got to do with preventing child abuse? Imagine child A is given a new food item to try, and they clearly do not want to try it because it looks bad or smells weird, and they choose to express their discomfort by squirming on the chair, or they use a disgusted expression on the face, or they move away from the food, or even verbally tell the adult that they don't want to eat it. Now the adult understands this body language or verbal language and responds respectfully by approving the child's feelings. They take the food away and do not ask the child to eat it. In different scenarios, the same thing is repeated by child A's parents. Whenever the child responds in a certain way, the adult understands and accommodates based on what the child is communicating. These children, children like child A, end up trusting their own feelings and emotions instead of going ahead with what an adult feels like doing with them or doing to them. Now imagine child B, who has the same body language or uses the same verbal language to say no to a certain new food item. And unlike the first scenario, the adult uses some tactic to make the child eat it. Oh, I love you so much, beta. Please eat it. Why don't you watch TV while I feed it to you? Your not eating is hurting me. I cook this with great difficulty. If you don't eat it, I'll not talk to you. You're a good kid, so you must eat it. If you don't eat it, the doctor will put injection. So eventually the child ignores what its body is telling them and starts following what the adult wants them to do, either to please the adult or because of an inability to really open up and communicate. Because, anyway, they are not going to be heard, they're not going to be listened to. This is exactly what happens in child abuse. The child feels uncomfortable when being touched in a certain way or told a certain thing. But since they're repeatedly told to disregard what their body is telling them, they end up obeying the adult. Will such kids ever be able to identify abusive behavior? Will they ever be able to talk about it? If we want our kids to figure out abusive or controlling behavior, we must help our kids differentiate unhealthy and healthy behaviors. We must help our kids recognize and set healthy boundaries. We must help our kids be in touch with their bodies. We must help our kids express themselves without being scared or worrying about how others will react. Such children will be able to choose what's best for them, and they won't really give others or others' opinion of them more value than they give themselves. That's the kind of child I want to raise. And you?